Hey there, it's Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com. A couple of days ago, I put on a video about the three-step process for the law of attraction, for making that work, and just to kind of give you a little bit better understanding of how the three steps really break down. So I received a lot of comments and some questions and some private emails. So what I decided I want to do is over the next 30 days, I want to really begin to address real live questions that people have on the law of attraction. And so one of the questions that I got that was really interesting to me was simply how to raise your vibration. And so I want to go over that today and it kind of explain what a vibration is in regard to law of attraction and becoming attractive, and show you some different ways, a lot of different ways that you can work toward raising your vibration. Vibration is, really like the quality of the energy that you feel, literally, emotionally, that you feel. If you're kind of in a negative, bad mood, there's a kind of a feeling that goes along with that. And one way to demonstrate that and to understand that a little bit better is, when you've been in a situation where somebody walks in the room and you can literally feel their state. You can feel their state that they're in, whether they're kind of in a negative state and you just kind of feel like you want to stay away from them, or if they're in a really good state and you just feel kind of like cozy around them. You feel like you comfortable around them. There's something about them. You want to be in that energy with them. So that's what the vibration is all about. It really is something that you can experience in yourself, and you can experience other people's energy vibration. And so it really translates to your mood, your vibe, how you're feeling, your emotional state. And so we want to talk a little bit about emotions. I like to talk about emotions as energy in motion. So you have negative emotions, and you have a whole spectrum of an array of emotions. There's a whole range of emotions on the positive side that you can feel. There's, hundreds of different ways that you can feel, but there's a difference between the way the positive emotions bring positive things into your life, and the negative emotions tend to bring and draw in negative things into your life. And a lot of it is, what you think about is what you're going to create and send out into the universe and kind of attract back into you. And even on a practical sense, just, when you go into your day, if you're kind of in a bad mood, you're not going to be very productive. You're not going to be very friendly. You're not going to get back the things that you are striving for in your life that you really want to create. But if you go out and you're positive and you're happy and you're joyful, you're going to start to bring in, draw in the right people, the right circumstances. Circumstances are going to be attracted and drawn into you. So that's a little bit about how the vibration works in regard to law of attraction. Now, what we want to talk about is how do you raise your vibration? And really, it's as simple as, how do you get into a good mood? How do you feel happy? I like to think about natural circumstances, things that you can duplicate without any money, without having a substance that you can get addicted to, because people can you can turn on the TV and maybe watch a show, or you can eat something, or you can have some drinks, or you can whatever, buy something for yourself, go shopping. Those are some ways that people use to get happy. And it's okay if you want to spend a little bit of money or use some of those things to raise your vibration. But to me, those are not truly raising your vibration. They're not things that are really stimulating something from within yourself. So there's a lot of different ways that you can create happiness. And one of the crucial things that I believe. Start with where you are right now. And I want you to really focus on the things in your life that you are grateful for. And whatever those things might be, I mean, you can start to just make a list. And I would start, like, if you want to gradually raise your vibration over time. I mean, you can be on a high vibration one day because something really good happened, but then the next day something really bad could happen, and that steals away from your vibration. And so you don't want to fall into being a victim to all these outside circumstances that are going to control the way that you feel. So the only way to permanently change your vibration is to really start to get in touch with the things that are real, the things that are going to be able to stick, the things you can permanently control. So I want you to begin by every day thinking of 3 to 5 brand new things that you didn't think of yesterday and you didn't think of the day before that. 3 to 5 brand new things that you feel grateful about. And it could have something to do with the place that you live, the people that you are surrounded with. Maybe you have some pets that you love. Maybe it's the job that you have. Maybe it's just you're really proud of your body. Maybe you like the way that you look. Maybe if you accumulated a few things in your life. Maybe it's something about your personality that you're grateful for. I mean, you can really start to get creative here, and you can really tap into what are the great characteristics that you have. What are the people in your life that you have that you're grateful for? You have something. You have all these YouTube videos that you can watch at your disposal. There's a lot of things that if you really think about it and you really put your focus on what's right, the more you start focusing on what's right, the more you gradually will raise your vibration. Now, there's a lot of things you can kind of temporarily do if you want to just raise your vibration in the moment. And maybe if you're just feeling down or whatever, and you realize that, and you're like, okay, I'm feeling down. What I suggest, number one, don't push those feelings down. Don't pretend like you don't feel a certain way. If you're feeling a little anxious, if you're feeling a little depressed, and you're not really sure why you feel like that, the best thing that you want to do first and foremost before trying to change how you feel is to just kind of put a little bit of your focus on why you might be feeling like that. Just kind of get in touch with how the feeling feels in your body. Maybe the anxiousness or the depression or the sadness or whatever state that you might feel like you want to just push away. Really just be in that moment. Be with that feeling. Notice the feeling. Ask the feeling a question. What are you needing right now? Why do you feel this way? What would it feel like? What would it feel like to be happy? What's missing between this gap between how I'm feeling right now and how it might feel, to feel happy? When did I first start feeling like this? Was there something that happened? Just start to ask yourself some questions and see if there's some reason why you feel like that. And, you might have a little cry about it. You might notice that it just kind of goes away, because a lot of times what you really, really, focus on, sometimes when you really focus on those sensations that you're having, those emotions, they're not really real. They're not even really there. So it's just important that you don't put yourself in a place where you're being fake and you're trying to construct a feeling that isn't really there. Now, if you want to just start from you're feeling, you're just feeling fine, but you want to push that feeling up a little bit more, and you want to start to raise your vibration. There's so many things, and I've got this list here of like 20 some odd things that you can do. First of all, you want to set your intention. Make it your mission that I am going to raise my vibration. It all starts, with your thought. And we are connected in our bodies, our minds, our emotions in all ways. So if you are, maybe you've just been kind of having a habitual negative way of thinking, and this negative way of thinking kind of causes you to have that numb, depressed sort of feeling, then you want to start to, learn how to be a little bit more positive and start to, think in more positive ways. And that's going to eventually start to make you feel better. If you're, not active, again, we talked about energy and motion. Well, physiology plays a big role in how we feel. So, if you're kind of just sitting around all the time, you're not really getting up and moving around, and maybe it's because you have some kind of a pain in your body. Maybe you're not able to move around as much as you'd like to. But, just understand that is what creates a little bit of that sad, kind of depressed, feeling, because activity and energy in the body can create endorphins, and you need those endorphins. Those are the happy making kind of feelings. So those are just a couple of other things to keep in mind. But let me get to my little top 20 list here before I run out of time. So and these are just some things I've done. I have moods. We all have moods. As human beings, you can't expect yourself to always 100% be in a positive mood. Sometimes you have to work at it. Sometimes you've been exposed to a little bit too much negativity, or your mind's been on something that you're stressed out about, and it's okay, because that kind of gives you the contrast that if you've just felt happy all the time, that at some point that doesn't really even feel like anything. It's just normal. And so in order to really experience what does it feel like to be happy, you have to have sadness, you have to have frustration. So don't think that you shouldn't ever feel that way, because it's absolutely all of our feelings are necessary to experience ourselves as human beings. So anyway, but all these things that I'm going to talk about here too, they can be they can make you feel happy or sad depending on what your intention is. I'm going to talk about music. You can listen to music, and some kind of music can make you happy, and some kind of music can make you sad. So depending on what kind of mood you want to be in is the kind of music you want to listen to. And what makes you feel happy. Movie, you can see a movie, and especially an inspirational movie that can make, of course you can watch a sad movie, somebody dies at the end, and that's not gonna do much for your happy mood. I had mentioned already the gratitude. I think that's one of the most important things, is to have that gratitude. Think about somebody or something that you love. Maybe, if you have somebody in your life that you love, think about, how special that is that they're in your life, and what a miracle that is that you have somebody that is so meaningful to you. Get out in nature is another way to really, I like to go to the beach. Maybe you're not around a beach, but there's something for you. There's the forest, there's going to a river, there's just going for a walk. I mean, being around trees and flowers, and around anything, any natural kind of setting. Get out and be in a natural setting. That's helpful. Exercise, like I mentioned, movement of the body, walking, getting outside, swimming, jumping up and down, even, just doing some jumping jacks, anything like that can kind of help you. Drinking water is actually a good thing. Water is our life force energy, and you can actually feel a depletion of energy if you don't have water. So just, you could drink a glass of water, and that could help. Or some green tea or some coffee. I like to go to Starbucks personally. You can do something nice for someone else. It feels so good. It just makes you feel so good just to do something nice for another person, just to see their reaction, and Just it can be something really simple. You can write them a poem, or you can call them up and tell them how special they are. You can, if you have pets, hanging out with your pets is a great way. And you can declutter something in your house. If you have so many things that are in your house or wherever you live, and you walk by maybe this thing that needs to get done, and every time you walk by that thing is, oh yeah, I need to change that light bulb, or I need to do this. Every time you do that, it kind of steals some energy from you. And so that can kind of make you feel bad. It makes you feel bad about yourself because you haven't done it yet and you feel lazy or whatever it might be. So just do that thing that you've been putting off, or declutter something, or organize something in your house. Just do a chore, so that you've just been meaning to do and it's just been hanging around. Just get that thing done. Meditation, of course. Just checking in with yourself, just being quiet for 10 or 20 minutes, trying to just focus on just your breathing, just the sensations in your body, and in your inhaling and your exhaling. Doing, of course, hypnosis is a wonderful way to help yourself to change your vibration. I might also mention I have several programs. One is called Feel Good Energy, and that's what that's all about, is helping you to bring that feel good energy into your body. Another one's called Positive Vibration. So those are two of the many wonderful programs that I have on my website that you might want to check into that kind of relate to this. And reading something motivational, I like to do that. If I'm ever feeling a little sad or depressed or confused or whatever it might be, I'll go for a walk and listen to something I'll download to my iPhone. And just, within about, 15 minutes or whatever, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about how nice it is out. I'm feeling the energy moving in my body, and it just feels good. And it's important to also just be in the moment. A lot of times, if we're upset about something, it's because we have some kind of guilt over the past, or some kind of fear in the future. Because in this moment, right now, there's nothing to feel bad about. Really, in this moment, if we just have gratitude and just feel this moment, just the appreciation for being right here, right now, you feel good. So, wow, it's almost been 20 minutes. Now that they've allowed us to go more than 15 minutes, I'm taking full advantage of that, aren't I? Anyway, so learn something new, volunteer your time. This is just can skyrocket your vibration. Call a friend and, help them feel better, or talk to them about what's going on with you. And then also, smiling. There's no way you can smile and not kind of change your vibration. Also laughing, of course, if you can find something to laugh about, and that obviously is going to help change your vibration. So there's so many ways. I could go on and on and on, as you can see here, about ways to change your vibration. The important thing is what do you think is going to help you to change? What are some ways that you know of that make you feel good? That's the important thing. So I hope in this 20-minute video you have found some things that you can do to help you to raise your vibration. Because of the fact that I'm going to go for the next 30 days, every day I'm going to post a new YouTube video. Hopefully they won't be 20-minute videos and something you can kind of easily get through. I do want your topics. So write me a comment, write me a message, tell me what you want me to answer, and I'll answer it on YouTube. So stay tuned, and I look forward to your comments. And do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I love subscribers. And have a wonderful day. Bye.